come to this happy place, welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and you're listening to a podcast that believes in dreams, that places trust in the magic of imagination, that is always the first star to the right, and where the light in the window is always on. Join as we discuss the views from Walt's apartment.
What is up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to Walt's Apartment Live. This is the show where extra magic hours taking over tonight. But we do have some live topics that we're going to bring up. But of course, I just want to remind you guys that the reason why you see extra magic hour here is because a lot of our family members are getting ready for Rogue Comic Con coming up this weekend. What's up, entertainer? What's up, Kim? We'll see you on Saturday. So looking forward to that. So you know, Sam's in California, Sean's getting ready, David and Amber prepping, Kevin and Amanda are prepping for their drive. So we figured, why not do extra magic hour, since we didn't talk much last week on the 70th coming to Disneyland, because we figured we'll save it for the live, since we are going to be there this Friday and Saturday, and as you saw, along with Kim on Saturday. So that's why we're kind of double dipping. But we do have some fun topics before we get to the extra magic hour portion of the show. But this show will be, what up, gangsta?
Hey, dog.
So, and I just dropped something on my phone. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, so this show is going to be super heavy on the 70th. Plus, we will be breaking down our amazing time at Universal Fan Fest night. That's coming late. But we do have some fun topics that have been floating around. Especially a brand new Marvel trailer that dropped this morning. So I'll get to that shortly. But before that, let me remind you that we are brought to you by Sunken City Design. We're in the park and, of course, Getaway today. And we will be hearing from them shortly. But I didn't even introduce the ladies. So, of course, I'm joined with my awesome co-hosts, Kelly and Courtney. How you ladies doing this evening?
We're good.
Doing good. Yeah.
Super
excited to talk about the 70th.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh yeah, there's
for everything.
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on, but let's just get right into the show. Like I said, Marvel dropped a highly anticipated trailer this morning, and did you guys watch it yet? Or
I did, yes.
Cool,
but we
cool.
can play it.
Yes, I did see the trailer.
Very cool. So we are talking about, of course, Ironheart, which is coming out later on. We were introduced to Riri Williams in Wakanda Forever. So this show is coming out, I believe, this fall, and it is produced
June,
by
I believe.
Oh, okay, cool. So
I think I think the end of June is actually when it's coming out.
Right on.
It's soon. I think it's soon, yeah.
Well, let's play it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hello? For real?
Welcome, Riri. In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Oh, what is this?
Your interview. You'll suffocate down unless you break into the device on the floor, where you will find a gas mask. Good luck.
Screw this.
That's improvising.
Right.
She's definitely very smart.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius. So you win her out.
Yeah.
Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
I love him.
Yeah, I'm glad they brought back like little characters like him. That he was in Iron Man. No, Civil War.
Something undeniable. Something
important.
Iconic.
I can give
See,
you the
June
tools to help
24th.
you carry out your vision.
Yeah, nice.
But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
What will you do, Riri?
You've
What
bitten
a
off
question.
hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot.
Was her friend? Was that her?
You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that.
This is wild. A shady bunker.
My bunker's not shady. Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's
Yes.
literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning
Yeah.
those.
That is.
I mean, I don't know much about Ironheart or Riri Williams, but I liked her character in Wakanda Forever, so I'm for it. I'll watch it. I like Anthony Ramos. He was good in Hamilton and in The Heights, so I'm here for it.
Nice. Looked like good action. What about you, Kelly? What do you think of the trailer?
I actually liked the trailer, like Cordy, and maybe even less so. I know even less about Ironheart. I did see Wakanda Forever, so I liked what I saw of her in that movie. So I'm excited to see it and try it out. It looks funny and cool, and I'm not sure where they're going with it, but yeah.
Yeah, entertaining. Like
yeah.
Anthony Ramos and Twisters 2. Did not see that, but I heard it was actually really good. So
Yeah, I hadn't seen that either. But yes, Anthony Ramos is really good actor. And the girl who's playing Riri seems to be really good.
yeah,
So I'm excited to see where it goes. And do we know how many episodes? Right, it's episodes.
I'm gonna,
Not
yeah,
yet.
it's episodes. They haven't said. I'm gonna go ahead and say at max 8. Because
yeah.
that's what it's been. But
I was thinking 6 in my head, but I don't know if
it's probably either 6 or 8. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like max 8. It could be 6, but they
Yeah.
haven't said yet.
I think that's a good ballpark. 6 to 8 episodes seems to be
Yeah.
about the trending.
I'm not sure I will like it as much as I liked Agatha, but we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
so it like she was a good character in Wakanda Forever, and
Yeah.
you know what? I'm sticking with the streak that Ryan Coogler's on right now. That this will be very successful, and we know he loves this character and he loves this world that he kind of,
Yeah.
created her MCU version. So
Yeah.
And he's killing it right now with Sinners, so
yeah,
yeah.
and you got I like that Aaron Aldenreich is in it. He played young Han Solo in Solo: A Star Wars Story. So
Got it.
yay! What up, Sean? Team at EMH. So what does that LFG means? I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
But we got so that comes out in June. But something that comes out this month that I don't know. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I know I'm really excited for.
No, we're super excited.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Just checking. I didn't want to.
We have our tickets already. It's all good.
Cool. So of course we're talking about Lilo and Stitch, and so this is what happens. What they've been doing when you get actually good marketing. Hey Jen, how's it going?
Jen.
So hope we're actually planning to hopefully see you in December, but more on that later.
Yeah.
But we're in talks. But yeah, Lilo and Stitch comes out this Memorial Day weekend, and they've been doing some really cool marketing over the last couple weeks. And one thing that I've been liking, and there's so many videos right now, but I can't really, there's a lot, but they have this animatronic Stitch that, first of all, he was popping up in like in movie theaters and was
yes, that's what he's trying to find right now.
Popping out of popcorn. He's been with Hayden Christensen and Diogo Luna and all this stuff, but he showed up on American Idol. So I'm just going to show this short little video real quick of the animatronic, which Kelly's not a fan of. We found out, but I think it's awesome.
I think that the animatronic is cool. I just think it's a little creepy. Nothing major.
Yeah, and he was even taking tickets at some movie theaters too.
He's been everywhere.
So, I mean, is this a hint that we might see him at the parks at some time, you guys think? Or is
I
this
hope so.
just strictly for the movie?
I mean, I don't know if we'll see him at the parks, but you know, maybe we will. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing him in the park, but yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I love Stitch. Stitch is one of my favorite characters. I have so much Stitch around my room. But the live action Stitch is giving me a creepy vibe. And the toy that they put out as well is also kind of giving me creepy vibes because his eyes are like LED and they kind of like change from like hearts to eyes to I don't know. But
yeah,
I want to see the movies. I do want to see the movie. I think the movie looks cute.
And I even like the ad where he's it's a computer version, but he's like doing selfies and stuff, and
yeah,
he does what I call the Sailor Moon, where he he does a little. Oh, here it is, right here. Hang on a sec. So, like I said, this is awesome marketing in my opinion because they didn't have to really copy what they did with the animation, but they were kind of doing their own. Just Stitch markets himself.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon.
That's so cute that the movie starts at 6:26. Is that the first showing, Jen?
I don't think ours start at 6:26?
No,
I don't
we
think
got
it
like
does.
a 7:30 or something like that.
Okay, yeah,
That's awesome.
But that's funny.
And so another thing that came out plugging Lilo and Stitch was something that I'm a big fan of, and that's the music. And so Disney Music actually put out a really cool video, and I hope you guys kind of indulge me with this because this is a 3-minute video, but they talk about bringing back some of the recognizable music from the animated version with the same guy. And I'm not even going to try to butcher his name, but he's amazing. And he comes back and redoes it. One of my favorite all-time American Idol contestants, E.M. Tongi. I've only voted for American Idol twice in the whole run. The first one was Kelly Clarkson back the first, and the second time was E.M. Tongi, and he actually sings a Hawaiian roller coaster ride. What up, Long Live Crow? Sorry, Sam's not here. She's fishing here in the Sacramento area. Actually, I think so.
Yeah.
But so I'm just going to show this video that they kind of put out, just talking about all the music in general. And like I said, we'll kind of talk. Also,
they do show Bruno Mars's nephews. Redoing an Elvis
Burning
Presley
Love.
song. Burning Love.
So I'm just going to play this, and we'll talk a little bit because we don't want to get bumped off Facebook more than anything. So here's a little music video that they shared.
Nani, you have to see this.
I'm so glad they put this thing in it too.
You look like an angel. Come on, turn that off. Go get your shoes. That's like a superpower.
You're the devil in disguise. Whether it's traditional Hawaiian music or Elvis Presley's music as part of the DNA of Lilo and Stitch.
I am Mark Kelly Ho'omalu, and I got involved with Lilo and Stitch about 22 years ago.
Mark is pretty legendary in Hawaii and did all of the singing and some of the composing in the original. Also, I was particularly stoked that we got the Kamehameha School Children's Choir back.
Oh, the first did it. It's almost like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now we get to be a part of it again. It's a really full circle moment for us.
She even has a family connection in this movie.
This is my son, Christopher Bright, and he's also the screenwriter for Lilo and Stitch.
To write on it made it incredibly special. In a way, I've never really said this to you, but it's kind of like my love letter to my mom, just for everything that she's done for me.
That's so cute.
Dan Romer made a really beautiful score.
Tahitian drumming was one of the things that I was the most excited to do. I just think the rhythms are
I
so
love those
fascinating.
kind of drums.
Especially when you're telling a story.
Tahitian drums are my
with
favorite.
This rich cultural history. It was really important to all of us that we had voices with close connection to the culture.
That's Ian
Tongi, and I'm humbled and honored to perform Hawaiian roller coaster ride.
I listened to his version today. It's really good.
Lilo and Stitch is such a huge part of any kid's life who grew up in the Pacific Islands. It's crazy how many times I would watch it with all my cousins and all my friends.
Flying by on the Hawaiian roller coaster ride.
I like how Stitch has the little water wings too.
It was honestly
He needs them. He can't
I can only
swim.
hope my version of Hawaiian roller coaster ride will live on in the hearts of a new generation of kids.
And you can't make a live action Lilo and Stitch without Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
I got the
It was
record.
it was so prevalent in the movie, the Elvis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No stick.
My name is Nerds Music,
And I'm Zaya Rhythm.
and we are singing Burning Love by Elvis Presley, reproduced by our uncle, Bruno Mars.
Oh, wow.
They're
We're
good.
so excited to
They
be
are.
on this. My favorite part of it is that we got to do it together with my brother.
Ohana
He
means
looks like his
family, and
uncle,
our
like,
family actually
seriously.
got together to make
Seriously,
this
yeah,
song.
they both do.
Everybody's family is involved in this, and I think that's really beautiful. Mahalo to Disney and
It's all
Lilo
about
and
Ohana.
Stitch and the Ohana of Hawaii. We're all getting caught up in this rock and roll.
Nice.
I hope it's really good. And if we were going to get a live action version, I'm glad they went to the sources and brought back a lot of the people, and it became a family affair. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, and this got me even more excited than I was before. So,
Yes.
before we go to our first break, we got a couple of comments. I already showed Entertainer. Yeah, we're excited. Tia Carrere is doing a cameo, so that's cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it through the animated show. That was rough at times, but
Yeah. I did like that it expanded the universe a little bit with more alien creatures. But Stitch has always been my favorite.
yeah, Bruno Mars without the Bruno baggage. Not sure
Yeah,
what that
okay.
means.
Well, I don't know Bruno baggage, so I don't know.
So,
You missed me with that one.
Yeah.
So, but we are going to take our first break, and then when we come back from break, we are actually going to head right into our elements of our
No.
extra magic
No.
hour intro and get talking about the Disneyland 70th anniversary coming up this Friday, which once again we will be at. So, let's hear from one of our sponsors now.
Sunken City Designs brings you art. Do you like art? I know I do. How about art based on Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and the Oyster Thieves? You know, that's actually from Alice in Wonderland, the best princess movie ever made. Also, we have some dwarfs that have their heads ripped off sometimes. Why? I don't know. It's because it's Sunken City Design. So go there, sunkencitydesign.com. Get yourself some great merchandise. You got posters and, I believe, clothes. Who knows? I got a cup from there, and it's fantastic. Do you like cups? Do you ever use those? I do. Go for it. Oh yeah, sweatshirts. Can't forget about those. If you're ever cold, get yourself a sweatshirt from sunkencitydesign.com. Also, WALL-E. You know, that's the best movie ever made. Second only to Alice in Wonderland. All right. If you also like Walt's apartment, they have merch for that too. Where? sunkencitydesign.com. Hopefully you've already loaded up that site and you're looking at it and you have some items in your cart. Go ahead and check out as soon as you can because the show's about to come back on. All right, everybody. We appreciate you.
One little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation.
Spark a dream that we're meant to follow.
You're listening to the Extra Magic Hour, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the Diz Insider. Join the team in the studio as they bring you the spirit of Disney through park news, history, and tips and tricks to make your Disney Parks vacation even more magical.
Yes, so like
Pretty
I
much.
said, we are jumping into Extra Magic Hour, or as Sean says, it's Extra Magic Elements of Fun Hour. Absolutely, since we're all going to be covering stuff at Disneyland this weekend. So if you're new to this, kind of like the podcast, you just kind of jump in on the lives. Extra Magic Hour is the park-centric show for Disney. Or see, I'm just all over the place. Walt's Apartment Productions.
We cover all theme parks.
Yeah, so we go Disney, Universal, Knott's, SeaWorld, everything in between. So, but this evening we're going to be talking just directly about Disneyland's 70th anniversary coming up this weekend, and we're going to sprinkle in a little Universal Studios Hollywood in. So, yeah, so I just put what we're going to be talking about is basically the hype of everything, and that even started a few days ago. So we're going to bring down some of the food drops, merch drops, but as I pull up a graphic, because I just decided to just stay on Scott Gustin's X page. It's easier just to scroll down, but
he's got it all. He's got it all.
Yeah, but last week we got the medallion on the castle and stuff. So
Yes.
I'll start with you ladies. What are you looking forward to about the 70th?
Well, the 70th has been a big hype since we were talking about at D23 Expo last year. We were always like, what are we going to get for the 70th? What's going to happen? We got all kinds of merch teases and everything, but like this week, everything was shown, everything dropped. And I got to say, I'm looking forward to the New World of Color show. I don't think that I thought that I was until they dropped the 70th Celebrate album. And I could tell that this is going to be music for the World of Color. So, yeah, I'm excited about World of Color. We've got a tour we're going on, and a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Everything's happening.
Nice. What about you, Courtney?
I'm excited to see Paint the Night again. I'm excited to see Wondrous again, which is the nighttime fireworks show. I'm excited to see with the enhancements to Small World. I'm definitely excited about the new Magic Band plus enhancements around the park. They put in activations around the park.
Yeah, we'll show those later.
But I'm also really excited about this key that they've got going on. I'm not a big pin collector, but I want the key. But
and more on that after a break, because we're actually going to be talking about the interactive and activation
Magic Band activations later on a little bit.
And sorry, something's wrong with my computer where I can't. If I click on the picture, it's just popping up the window again. So that's why we're getting the small pictures right now. So I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But yeah, I mean the decorations look amazing. They're all over. They're even downtown Disney. I'm just excited for it all.
Oh, and I'm so excited that Duffy and Shelly May are going to be in the Celebrate Happy Cavalcade. And the Jonas Brothers are singing the Celebrate Happy song for the cavalcade. I love the Jonas Brothers. If you're new to Extra Magic Hour, I am a Jonas Brothers fan. And I was really excited to hear that they were doing a song for the 70th, and then on the album I heard it, and I'm so excited. It's so good. Yes, Duffy and Shelly May are here at Disneyland now.
Is this the first time you've been here?
Shelly May, yes, this is the first time Shelly May has been here. When they opened DCA in 2001, they did try to introduce Duffy into that world, but Duffy didn't really make a big enough splash as they wanted to. He didn't catch on here like he is in the Asian parks. So they did eventually take him out. But now Duffy has taken on a whole life of his own, and so they brought him back.
Nice. And I'll show. Oh, so this is the. I was going to show another video, but this is what they're going to do: projection mapping over Carthay Circle, which this looks amazing. And
Yeah.
it's over. It's a Small World too, I believe, right?
Probably, yes.
Something.
Yeah. They
Something
actually
similar.
projection map on Carthay Circle for like Oogie Boogie.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they figured out how to use it for the 70th and more nighttime entertainment
Yeah.
over at DCA.
Hopefully they'll do more of it, like do a Christmas overlay like they do on Small World.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be cool because I mean it's such
Because
a
up
iconic-
until now, well, yeah, but up until now they've only done it for Halloween, so during
And-
Oogie Boogie.
So I'm super excited too for Paint the Night returning, but I love World of Color, but the fact that they're doing a Muppets pre-show, which I'm wearing my Muppet 70th anniversary shirt right now that I got a D23 because there's so much we got to talk about. We didn't even mention that this week the Muppets celebrated their 70th anniversary.
Yeah, they're both
Kermit's
turning
first
70.
appearance.
Happy anniversary, Muppets.
And we got a
We
brand
love
new
the
Jack Skellington coming, so we'll talk about that next week. So
Yes, next week for
but
sure.
I'm excited for this, and I'm excited for Boys to Men singing Rainbow Connection. I haven't listened yet. You guys know.
I have, and it made me cry.
I want to hear it for the first time while watching World of Color. I'm weird like that.
I oh my gosh, I think everybody's gonna be in tears. I saw media previews last night. They got a spoiler little preview of World of Color, and I don't think there was a dry eye on my Instagram. So I'm super excited, and World of Color is not always a show that everybody like flocks to, so I'm excited that it may bring newer fans over to World of Color with the Muppets fans, and music. The music is fantastic. Like I said, the 70th album is so good. It's only 15 minutes long, so it doesn't take too much of your time, but it's so good.
Yeah, and so is it? And I will ask you guys this about Rainbow Connection. Is it kind of like a slow version or kind of like a medium version, like pace?
I would say if you know Boys to Men, it is a Boys to Men version.
Okay.
So
It's kind of like
their style.
I want to say what's that song that they go down the road,
The end of the road.
The end of the road.
Now,
It's
yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah.
You're like you're like combining End of the Road and Down on Bended Knee, kind of like.
Yeah.
So, and I just aged myself because I was in junior high school at the height of Boys to Men. Big fan. So I love.
I was in elementary school, so
we don't need to talk about that.
But yes, I would say it's distinctly Boys to Men. Like Boys to Men has a very unique sound to them because they are usually a cappella and they sing in harmony. So it's definitely that vibe. And you know it's Boys to Men when you hear it.
Yeah.
So
and I would say
yeah.
that it is faster than like the way that Kermit would sing it, but it's slower than what Gwen Stefani would sing it.
Okay, I was going to mention that because I love Gwen Stefani's version, and then I love the Weezer with the lead singer from Paramore's version that was on the Green album.
Oh, that yeah,
So-
and I would say it's a little bit slower than that version, except for in the middle.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that on Saturday and Friday. I'm going back to entertainers question. I think this is a good question here. Do you think there should be a gathering of 70 characters in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle on the 17th of July to celebrate the 70th?
Absolutely.
I think that would be cool.
I think that would be cool. I think all the characters should be there. I don't know if we have to limit it to 70 because it's just a celebration of Disneyland. But I think that would be awesome. I don't know if that's going to happen because it's going to be very crowded. But
they'll do it before it even opens. Again.
Oh yeah, if they do it, they'll do it before anybody's in there. But yeah, it would be cool to do because they did the 100 studio cartoon with 100 different characters in the short. So
yeah,
but they've done it for like the 50th. I think they did the same thing on like other anniversaries where they do bring out like the number of characters of how many years it's turning. So they might do it, and I think they should.
So I don't know if it's my bad connection, but that was completely choppy, but it might be on my part. So I apologize if Told
Is
you.
that why you got lost? I was like, what's with your face?
What was that?
I think your
All good.
connection's still choppy.
Okay, because that was finally clear. But so hopefully it comes out okay on the recording and on the broadcast. But yes, to all that, I don't know what was said, but yeah, I think the castle, even by the train station where they do the band and stuff, would be cool. And then he asked about, don't know why they don't add Beauty and the Beast. I'm sure they will. They can always add more whenever.
Well, you know what? Right now, Cinderella is in the France pavilion, so France is duly represented. So,
yeah, they Boyz II Men, I know also plays at Food and Wine or the festival of the holidays too a lot.
Yeah, they're usually a pretty big main attraction for the Food and Wine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And kind of going back to Paint the Night real quick, I like they've updated the costumes. So there's a nice little photo of the original Tinkerbell costume next to the updated one, which looks really
and it
nice.
looks really good. It looks so much better because now you can actually see the details. Whereas, like, I don't know, she just looks like whitewashed out. You know,
She looks very vibrant, and I don't know if it might be the camera. I don't know. Maybe it's taken on a different camera because Paint the Night was back in like 2015.
Yeah, it came out during the 60th. So.
Yeah. So I think that, I don't know if it's the camera, but it does look more vibrant and more detailed.
Well, the tech on the cameras and the lighting too have definitely upgraded in 10 years.
Yes.
So. And I love this poster that Magic Key.
We have to get that poster.
So
why do you think I made a reservation on the 1st?
So starting
May 27th
to June 2nd, Monday through Friday, starting at 3:30 to 8 p.m. and then even Saturday, Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can Magic Key holders will be able to get this poster while supplies last, but there will be a virtual key used in this, which is
virtual queue, yes,
which is smart. And
yes,
this is a beautiful poster.
It is.
And I saw the artist on Instagram, and I can't see it right now, so I would love to shout him out, but I can't right now. But definitely go get you one of those. But there's so much stuff coming up. But let's talk about what we're all excited about. Well, we're all excited about a lot, but we are super excited for some food. So let me find. Well, before food, you got to have snacks. So they're coming out with this insulated popcorn and drink.
I love this. Love this.
So
she loves it.
You guys know the details on this, or let me.
It's a popcorn holder, right?
Yeah,
like
and
it has
holds,
like a pocket in it.
Yeah, so it holds one thing of regular popcorn, and then you can get a soda with it too. So it's $29.99, and you get the popcorn and the soda with it in the package, and it holds both of them, and it's an insulated cooler kind of thing.
So is insulated popcorn really a needed thing?
No, but it just is basically if you want to keep your drink cool, or if you want to put in like little snacks and stuff to reuse it, and like
if
the popcorn holder, it's so that it's not like the popcorn is just loose in the bag. It actually has a pouch where you put the popcorn holder in with the popcorn, so you can eat your popcorn and have your drink and carry it all in one.
Nice. More practical than a $50 Mickey bucket?
More practical. I don't know if it's more cuter though.
Yeah, I didn't see that thing. I might do it later, but that looks like a Child's Play Chucky Mouse.
I mean, I'm sure it's in the food blog area, but the food guide. When I saw the price tag on that Mickey popcorn bucket, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Is this the China tariffs coming to play? Like, seriously?" And then because they didn't say it moved or talked or blinked its eyes, it didn't say that anywhere.
And that's kind of common sense, though. Like you're selling a $50 popcorn bucket, it's going to do something. But
yeah, I don't know. That Death Star was only $34.99 and it lit up and blasted. So, not necessarily.
But getting away from tariffs and stuff, we got the food, we got the snacks. So this is from the Disney parks foodie
Food
guide.
guide. Yes.
So I'm just going to kind of show the pictures if you guys want to kind of. I'm guessing this is a celebratory.
Yeah, it's a Matterhorn macaroon with sprinkles. I like them. This is a beignet. I think it's filled with
birthday beignet.
Yeah, I think it's filled with some kind of cream.
Yeah, it looks kind of like maybe something like strawberry or raspberry-ish. It looks kind of pinkish, kind of squirting out.
A raspberry mousse and buttercream glaze.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the candle is edible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is
a cream puff from somewhere.
This looks delicious.
This is the pulled pork mac and cheese bread bowl, right?
Oh, yeah. I want to.
Yeah, this looks good. This looks good.
That's gonna be messy.
Yeah.
That I love mac. Like this sounds weird, but I like just chunks of meat over my mac and cheese. But I think
it's pretty good.
Well, but sometimes when it's like prepared the way they kind of prepare it, it might be a little extra greasy.
It could be. At Animal Kingdom, they have the pulled pork mac and cheese at the Flame Tree Barbecue.
Yeah, that's
yeah, and that's delicious. So I'm hoping it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got an onion ring, and I love that. That's a great snack. This looks
like a cold brew, a celebration cold brew, probably.
Yes, specialty cold brew. Joffrey's cold brew and vanilla cream syrup topped and whipped cream, chocolate medallions, and confetti sprinkles.
Basically, a anniversary cold brew, birthday cold brew.
Nice.
A churro.
Churro sundae, basically.
Is that a churro sundae? What is that?
Well, I see a lot of cherry, peanuts, whipped cream.
Oh, it's banana split, maybe?
The 70th celebration churro? No, that didn't. No.
This looks good, but I'd rather have just a plain old regular churro.
Churros are not my jam either. I think I have a churro maybe once a year, maybe.
Yeah, that's the banana split churro.
I was gonna say it looks like a banana split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a classic churro rolled in chocolate sugar with banana sauce and vanilla sauce with a cherry on top.
Yes, Kim. Make your list for Saturday. This is the potato.
I mean, you're right. They don't look appetizing, but I'm plain. They're good. It's sugary.
A Disneyland churro is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Disneyland ones are # better than the Walt Disney World ones. Sorry, Jen.
That is true. It is a fact.
Unfortunately, I think humidity plays a factor in that.
Yeah, because they're actually better. Like the Disneyland churros are better than the ones even on the cruise line. Honestly.
Nice. Well, I mean, there's more food and
there's more food.
There's a ton of food. There's like 100 new items or something like that. It's crazy. But yeah,
and that's why we have 2 years to try them all.
Exactly. But before we get back to our 70th interactives and activations, let's hear from one of our sponsors and friends.
It's been a great show so far, but who's ready for an ad break? Did you know that the best way to keep our shows going is by supporting our sponsors? So let's get to know more about the travel experts at Getaway Today. They've been helping to make vacation dreams come true since 1990. And whether you want to visit the happiest place on earth or to travel to Orlando for a most epic adventure, they are there to help. Are you trying to find out which hotel is your best option or which theme park tickets will work best for your visit? Are you concerned that you might need a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts will help you out. Looking to book a cruise but don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it's your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today offers peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours before your trip. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon welcome. Getaway Today guarantees the best prices, with no hidden fees, and every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million have been donated. So go ahead and dial 1-855-GETAWAY, that's 1-855-438-2929, and be sure to tell them that Walt's Apartment sent you. Or just click the link in our show notes for more information and the best deals to start your Disney, Universal Studios, or cruise vacation planning. What I'm trying to say is, if you like to travel, check out Getaway Today. Alright, so now it's time to get back to enjoying that view from Walt's apartment. Let's get back to the show.
Yes, let's get back. Bonjour, Jean. And this is the perfect time to get contact with Getaway, as Courtney said earlier. You got 2 years, a year and a half or 2 years?
18 months.
2 years.
Give or take.
Yes. And so definitely contact Getaway Today for any of your Disneyland 70th needs, cruise needs, all that good stuff. So something we are all excited for. The only thing I'm not excited is you guys think I'm going to carry 3 of these things. But we got more details on this awesome new key that's coming to Disneyland. So I got some photos and I also got a short video that I was going to share, but
yeah,
I'll let
definitely.
Courtney kind of mention what this is.
So we finally got a price on this thing. So we have mentioned it before. It's this like big plastic key that they're going to have different activations around Disneyland. There's going to be 9 of them, and they're going to be all around the park, one in each land. And then you'll like do what it shows here is you're going to put the key in there, and then it's going to light up, and it's going to give you one of the icons, and it's going to play a song for you. And then once you do all 9 activations, you go to the finale activation, and you put the key in there. And then it opens up and it gives you one of these trading, like, a pin trader, like a trading pin. There is only 1 pin in this key. And if you want to get more pins, you can buy more keys. They do the exact same thing, but they have different pins in them. But the price tag on this thing is $59.99. Before any magic key discount.
So I know. So the big question is because when they first announced it, they kind of mentioned that like you'll be able to get a pin, but then there's a one of 9 pins, and they actually showed on this video that I'm going to show in a second here. But they made it sound like you can do this more than once to get more pins.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like you show it and you get like go back to like I was thinking like Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom at the Magic Kingdom where you kept going back to like I'll just say the firehouse and kind of leveling up. So I don't know if they're doing that or you buy the other pins because why wouldn't they not sell more pins after you?
Yeah, I'm not sure what video you're showing, but I watched the media preview video, and the girl asked her if they could reload them with a pin without us like knowing what it is, obviously, and like us do it again with our own key. But they said you have to buy a brand new key.
What if you get the same
Yes.
pin?
Yes.
So I believe this is a video you're talking about.
Yes, I think this is.
It's like a mystery box, but the pin is with you the entire time. It's just kind of
it was there the entire time. So here's
Yeah.
the video explaining it to detail, and actually you can see it light up and stuff. So, and first of all, these icons that are showing up, these are just for display. I believe it's blank until you get the icon.
Yes, it's blank until you get the icon.
Yeah, so here, we'll let her talk because she knows more than I do right now.
This is Disney. She's got something special to show us.
So here we have the key to Disneyland. This is an exclusive interactive park experience only for the 70th at Disneyland. So here, when you first purchase it, it's not going to come with any of these icons because you're going to have to go collect each one within the park. Each of the 9 icons represent each of the 9 different lands that make up our park.
That's a cool hoodie behind her too.
Once you go into each one, it'll collect a new icon, light feature, and music from that land. You're going to look out for these lock pads in each of the stations. And then once you've completed collecting all 9, you're going to go to the front of the park and go to the Mickey Topiary finale station.
Definitely going to get her steps in.
I've unlocked a new light feature.
Oh.
This activates with all its fun sounds and effects, and then my key reveals a hidden chamber that inside the whole time, I didn't even know, was one of 9 different trading pins.
What?
And here you can see all 9 of the pins, again, each representing one of the icons of each of the lands.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
He was not the one that asked, but there was a girl who actually asked.
Yeah. Yes, the pin is inside the key.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Courtney, I'm like, the coolest thing about it too is it's got a lanyard, so you guys can put it around your neck while we're walking around.
But you have a backpack.
Yeah, that's cool.
Those things are not going to fit in his backpack.
Not with your
They're too big.
sweatshirts and all that.
No.
Girly stuff. And snack.
Bonjour.
So where do you guys think about the price point? $59?
$59.99. I
It's
think
$60 for the key.
Yeah, I'm thinking that because it is an experience and that it does light up and play music as well as give you a pin, which on its own is about $20. I think it's a good price point. I was hoping it was going to be about $29.99 because there was only one pin in there, but $59.99 is okay for an experience in the park.
Yeah, my guess.
Well, and I'm.
Oh, good.
I was just gonna say, I'm glad it doesn't have all 9 pins in it because I think it would be about $100.
I was afraid of that. Yeah.
If it had all 9 pins.
Yeah, because my guess was it's going to be before I knew the pin was actually inside. I still thought it'd be about $45 because it's a limited edition thing. It's a Disney 70th anniversary souvenir still. So, but I still think it's really cool, and plus with a Magic Key discount, it'll be fun because during the summer it's going to be hard to get on attractions because a lot more people will be coming because of the anniversary. So it's cool that they're giving you stuff to do just from walking around and people watching. So I think it's cool.
Well, and they recently came out with the Starbucks tumblers that came with the mystery pins too, and I believe those were $50 each, and it came with 2 pins and the tumbler. So I guess it kind of makes sense that it only comes with 1 and it's just a little bit more money than that. But
I think because it makes sound and it lights up.
Yeah, and it plays music from the land, Kim. Yes, it plays music from each of the lands. So I think it's a cool thing to do. I hate to see like the pin collectors buying 9 of these things, but do what you do. And you might get a duplicate. Y'all know that.
And as David and a lot of our other friends that are investors, keep buying the stuff.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
One thing I hope is once you unlock everything, like all the songs, that you can actually have like a switch or option that when you have it at your house, you can put it on.
Yeah, because like even the web shooters, they have like a play at home mode, so that it's not like just interacting with the ride. There's actually a play at home mode, so I think it might.
Well, and speaking of another thing to walk around and do, they actually have these Magic Key. I believe they're Magic Key or just Magic Band Plus activation.
I think it's just Magic Band Plus.
Yeah, so we got Mondo, Cali Bay from Firefighters, did a few of these. So I'm just going to show one of them because, I mean, he went to Tilly, Main Street Cinemas, and he went to Golden Horseshoe, and I've seen one at Jungle Cruise too. So
Jungle Cruise. I also seen an activation in Fantasyland,
yeah,
but I don't think it gives you tickets. Like
yeah, so the Frontierland one has 4 different ones. So let's watch his video here. This is super cool. I love this. So
we have another Magic Band activation over here in Frontierland. Take a look what it looks like inside. How cool is that? This one has 3 activations.
Good friend of the show. Just ask Danny.
That's cool.
What do we get? First class fare. Wow.
That's so cute. I want to collect them all.
It's just basic, but it's the little things that is so awesome.
Kim says it's for the attractions that were there on opening day. Their Magic Band is fully charged. Mine will be too.
Yeah.
This looks maybe a different one.
They'll probably have a Peter Pan one.
They had the Golden Horseshoe review. He said there's only 5 of these actually, but I'm not sure.
Because I was wondering how come the last 2 times we went, Golden Horseshoe was had Spring behind it, but this makes sense.
The Mark Twain.
That is cool. So yeah, like I said,
I can't wait to collect them all. I'm so excited. We're gonna do this.
We literally on Friday. I don't think we're gonna be riding a ride. we're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff.
Not true, because the tour makes us go on at least 3 rides. The Disneyland Railroad.
Okay, well that'll be the 3 rides.
And a t-shirt ride.
And you know what? I'm okay with that. So
yeah, I mean, of course, that's what we're there for, and we're there to figure out what's going on for the 70th. But I think it's going to be a day of just running from place to place to place.
So you guys think with the popularity of this, there'll be where you can only use it one time, or do you think you'll be able to do it as many times as you can? You can use.
With the Magic Band. I would like to see them do, like, further down the road, do different cards. That would be cool to mix it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, once you get all of them in this first round, I don't see much of the like redoability, but I'm sure you can do it as many times as you want. You know,
and the reason why
you'll just be getting the same cards.
Well, and the reason why I'm asking, you guys know, Corey, Jungle Cruiser, and I'm sure he wants a railroad and a Jungle Cruise one. So that's why I don't know if you could get multiple in a day, but maybe the second day.
I was going to say, I'm not sure how they're limiting people to not like hoarding the cards.
Yeah.
Because like if you can get as many cards as you want, then people are just going to sit there and just like get all the cards, and then you'll see them on eBay probably.
Exactly.
Not giving anybody ideas. Don't do that.
We've all
been
conventions.
I don't know. Maybe I just hope they don't run out of cards.
Yeah. No, I was saying that
that's gonna be a bummer too.
We've all been to multiple conventions, so I can see somebody collecting all of them and selling them for like $30 or something like that.
Yeah.
But
yes,
man.
And we always use our Magic Band to enter the park. But yes, they debuted brand new turnstiles that you can use your Magic Band to enter the park, and it does facial recognition.
Awesome.
And they're pretty cool. I think I went through one the last time we were there, and they scanned my Magic Band. They still scanned it on their little
but
scanner.
now they actually work where you do it.
Yeah, but it actually like opens the gates and with your face, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Nice. Well, before we take our last break and move on to Universal, you both of you kind of mentioned the tour that we're taking. So you want to kind of like mention what kind of comes in with that? And
so on the tour that we're doing, it's I think a glitzed up kind of walk in Walt's footsteps tour, except we're not going to be able to go into the apartment this time. It's so it's a little different, but you're gonna get a history tour. It's the 70 years of Disneyland. You're gonna get a history. It's a 2-hour tour. Like I said, you're gonna get to go on the Disneyland Railroad. You're gonna get to go on the Mark Twain. They also said that they're gonna give us a lightning lane for one attraction while we're on the tour, and then we also get a reserved area to see Paint the Night, and we're going to get popcorn to have while we watch that.
And I'm sure a pin too. They always give pins at the
They give you a commemorative little gift at the end of it too. So, and you have credentials as well. It says you're on a tour. So
I'm excited to do the tour. I'm a little apprehensive of how they're going to fit all of that into 2 hours, but I'm sure they've got a plan.
Yeah, it sounds really cool, but I just thought it was funny that you guys hate meatloaf so much that you didn't want to do the dining do the tour, but it sounds awesome. I can't wait.
I mean, that wasn't the only reason why we're doing the tour, but yes, it's a very big perk that we can go to Paint the Night and not eat meatloaf.
I saw it pop up on the dining plan. I'm like, God damn, that sounds good. But I'm like, I know Courtney hates meatloaf, and I think you did too. So I was like,
Yeah,
awesome, so. No, but yeah, the tour. We haven't done a tour since the Halloween tour that we took a couple of years ago. We didn't do it last year. I think we did it the year before.
The year before,
yeah. So.
Oh yay! Kim's gonna do the tour on the 13th.
Nice.
Oh, that's gonna be fun! Right before the 17th, right before the actual anniversary.
70th.
Yeah,
that'll be fun. We'll let you know how it goes, Kim.
And like I said, we're gonna I know I'm planning on going live on Disney Universe Instagram for Paint the Night, and we'll be sharing stuff throughout the day. Shut up, Alexa. Sorry, that was rude. I didn't mean that.
That was rude.
Well,
please shut up, Alexa.
Recording. I'm recording.
Well, and if you do want to follow us, Disney Universe and Courtney, I think we'll be on Neverland Clubhouse pod for Instagram because Walt's apartment's gonna be in Rogue Comic-Con, most of them, so they will be posting from there as well.
Yeah, and while we're watching Paint the Night, they'll be barbecuing at Dave's, which I'm jealous of that because that was so fun last year. But
it was fun. We're bummed we couldn't go this year, but we're going to be covering everything at Disneyland for the 70th, so we got you covered.
Well, cool. So let's hear from one of our sponsors. I mean, since you're playing around, walking around the parks, trying to find stuff with keys, trying to hit the Magic Band Plus, you could play an even funner game with our good friend.
More fun game. More fun.
Whatever.
I
can't. I have no grammar.
And Kim's going to go live too. Mm-hmm.
Yes, awesome. So I'll post it there. Oh, I didn't share that. So anyways, yay. But let's hear from our good friends at We're in the Park.
Hey fam, what scavenger hunt are you doing?
Well, we are doing We're in the Park.
Do you guys know We're in the Park? Because we do.
We do. So how you play this is that they give you a deck of cards with an image on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to look around and see where in the park that is.
And they're fun. So if you like to find stuff, this is what you need to do.
Amazing game. We're in the park right here.
If you're a seasoned Disney park goers, as we are, it's a fun, challenging even for the hardcore Disney parks fan.
We have played the Where in the Park games that we felt like, we got
still
this
a challenge.
Oh no, yeah, still a challenge, a fun challenge though, not an impossible challenge.
They get really close to details, and you're like, I have never even seen that. I don't even know.
Where in the park have I seen that?
The great thing about these is that they're not in attractions and they're out in the open places. It's meant for families to play.
Besides people who've been there a lot, it's fun for people that are new to the parks as well, because you catch some of those details that you would probably miss when you're first going.
So there's images that you are finding on one side of the card, and then the other has the hint and the answer that you can reveal if you choose to.
Before it was just the hint and the answer, but now if you really want the land,
it'll tell you where.
They'll give you the land for an extra hint. You guys can take as long as you wish without the hint.
Yeah.
Without the hint, it's hard.
But that's what makes it fun.
But they do not just do
Disney parks, obviously. What other parks do you guys actually cover?
Universal and all that good stuff.
East Coast, West Coast, and they're continuing to expand even more after that.
Check them out, weareinthepark.com, if you need to get some game packs. They are so much fun.
So we appreciate We're in the Park.
You know, they're awesome.
We love
Kevin and
that.
Amanda.
Get you some We're in the Park today.
Hell yeah.
Use promo code Walt's APT Podcast to save 10% at weareinthepark.com.
Yeah, so like I said, this summer is going to be busy at Disneyland. Not a whole lot of attraction riding because so much going on. So get yourself
And
some
hot.
packs. Yes. So get your We're in the Park packs. You can use them for Disneyland, DCA, and I believe I know they have
There's a
Disney
downtown
Springs.
Disney.
Yeah, which is virtual. It's they have
The
the
virtual one, yes.
It's on the website. Is that right, Kim? Let us know. I don't want to give false advertising. I know I have the code when you guys have the meetup, but while we're waiting for that, we are going to leave Disneyland for now. We'll be, like I said, we'll be back. We're super excited. But the three of us and we're in the park earlier, actually went to Universal Fan Fest nights, and holy crap.
It
This
was awesome.
was an amazing event. And I'll say it. I'll go better. I've only been to one Oogie Boogie and two After Dark events. Probably the best event. Oh, here we go real quick before I get to it. A digital game, Downtown Disney, on the website. So, yes. And it's a fun game, especially with all the stuff, because there's 70 stuff going around here, too. So, check it out. But, yeah, this was hands down probably the best After Dark event that I've been to for a theme park. And
Yes, and totally worth the price that they charged.
Well, and their price was much cheaper than Disneyland.
yeah, what was a price point?
It was $64 for a annual pass holder to add it on, and then I think it was $20 for the early access pass.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could still get into the park earlier than that with our regular annual pass.
Yeah. So like I mean, don't get me wrong. The Star Wars After Dark was awesome. The Sweethearts was awesome. Like the food, the exclusive stuff, but to me it was hurry up and wait for photos behind cardboard, which I mean, the photos come out great.
Yeah,
but
they're very
Good
cool.
experience if you know what you're doing. you know?
Yeah, but everything here was top notch. It was at your own pace. It was chill, and it wasn't
Very chill.
super crowded. So
At least the night we went, it wasn't super crowded. I
Yeah.
know other nights had been. I mean, I know opening night was crowded, but it also spread out a lot.
Yeah.
Too, so
And I got some pictures. I'm starting at the end here, but I mean, the highlight was the Back to the Future Destination Hill Valley.
yes.
Which,
So what this was is you actually got to take the tram down to the back lot, and then they opened up Courthouse Square, and you actually got to be on the back lot, not just on the tram on the back lot, but you got to get out of the tram and be on the back lot. And then you got to interact with actors playing the parts of Lorraine, George McFly, Marty McFly, Mr. Strickland, Biff, yes, Biff. And
Goldie,
you
or
know
what-
Goldie and Doc Brown. So it just was like
Einstein.
yeah, they even had Einstein there and the DeLorean itself. And so it was just so cool to be in, recreating scenes and being helpful and interacting with Doc Brown and Marty and George and Lorraine and everybody. They even had the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. They had the band, playing. They even had Marty playing the guitar and singing Johnny Be Good and reenacting all those great scenes.
Yeah.
And they even had doo-wop singers over by the gas station.
Yeah, and all the way up to like playing the movie on the clock tower up until the point where it got struck by lightning.
Yeah. So the cool thing was this was like basically a 45-minute show where you're in the middle of the show. And first of all, this is something that only Universal Studios in Hollywood can do is you're in a 45-minute movie on the set of one of the most iconic movies, of our time.
Because they filmed it right there in Courthouse Square. Like they haven't changed it very much.
Yeah, so they take you out and you get on the tram and you see the Lion Estates like they're being built. Then you walk around the corner and you hear the music playing, the slow music, kind of like the reveal of Hill Valley music. If you're familiar with Back to the Future, you know what I'm talking about. But then you get there, you see this carnival and you see the sign, you see everything. Then like Marty was walking around, then we all kind
He
of
came up to us. Came up to us, and he was asking us like, what if that was the mayor? Like, what year was it? Who we were? If we were witches?
Yeah. And why would he ask that, you guys?
Well, maybe we were dressed a little bit in Harry Potter.
Which was another one of the fandoms. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Too,
Yeah.
So, but here's a little group picture.
We had a very good interaction with the conductor that night.
Yeah, but I mean, so Marty's interacting with people, asking questions. There's two sets of actors because, like I said, they take their turns. But one was, I mean, they both were really good, but one was
spot
Michael J.
on.
Fox.
I would say the second one was very, very spot on.
Yeah.
Was that the one? The
Yeah.
second one? Yeah.
So, and like I said, Lorraine shows up. We all split up, but right when we split up, Lorraine was coming around because she had a crush on Marty, and then he was trying to get George to talk to her, and all this interaction. And then Doc Brown, this was just so amazing. And
I actually was really tired by the time we got to this, so I actually was sitting on a bench for a little while. But the actors, or the
Characters.
Lorraine and Marty, they went back to their like dressing room and they changed into their prom outfits, right? And Lorraine came out in her cute little prom dress that she was, or like whatever dance it was. And she came over to me because I was sitting on the bench and I was kind of alone, just kind of sitting over there. And she came over and she was like, she twirled and she was like, do you think George is gonna like my dress? And like, she just was like interacting with me because she saw that I wasn't really like up and interacting with all the actors, but she came over and interacted with me. And I thought that was super cute. And she, twirled around and said that it was just really fun. And even if you weren't like following the actors would find a way to interact with you.
Yeah,
that was very cool. Yeah. So there was 5 different. Well, there was like 5 different fandoms represented. The main one being Back to the Future, or one of the big ones was Back to the Future. Then there was Star Trek, and then there was Super Mario Brothers kind of thing because they Super Nintendo World. So they brought out Yoshi. And then there was Dungeons and Dragons. And then there were 2 anime
One
fandoms.
Piece.
One Piece and Jujutsu
Kaisen or something like that.
Yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen, which are 2 anime fandoms. And so you could do all of it, but like you could just pick and choose. I mean, a lot of people just chose to stay in the Back to the Future for like most of the night. But
yeah, and that was the cool thing is they didn't rush you out. You could spend as much time. You could spend the whole night there if you wanted to.
I mean, we made 2 45-minute rounds, so
And honestly, nothing was more than like a 5 to maybe 10-minute wait at max to go into these things. And the Star Trek thing and the Dungeons and Dragons thing, those were built on sound stages, just like a Horror Nights house. And those you went from room to room, following a storyline that they had mapped out for you to follow. I mean, the Dungeons and Dragons thing was like almost like an escape room. Like we got trapped in something, we had to go to the next room, and then we had to find things on the wall. I mean, it happened very quick. And the actors that were portraying the Dungeons and Dragons and puppeteering all the stuff was crazy. It moved crazy fast, but it felt kind of like an escape room. And we didn't wait very long for that because that was part of our early access. Yeah. And then the Star Trek Red Alert thing, I I'm still not sure what was happening in there, but I know the comms were down. That's what they kept saying.
Yeah.
But it was so fun to be immersed in an experience that is almost like you're on the set of a movie. And like, I don't know if we're qualified to do any of it, but we were tasked to do things and we did them.
Yeah. And like I said, with the Super Nintendo World, like you got to meet the green Yoshi, and then you had to do a scavenger hunt and go and find all of the different eggs, different colored eggs. And then once you got the gold medallion, you could go and meet a different colored Yoshi. So like there's things to do all over. They had like themed food and themed drinks and stuff. So it was just very, very well done.
They had bands
Oh
in
yeah,
the
they
main
had an
the flux
80s covered.
capacitors or whatever.
Yeah.
The
So
flux
this was
capacitors.
the flux capacitors, which was cool because I told Sarah, it's like they almost took your guys' tagline from Skywalking because it was time traveling through decades of music and pop culture. And they were great.
Yeah,
They were
they
great.
were good.
They played the
And they were
Pokemon song.
I know they played Pokemon. They played what else were they playing? They played
Ghostbusters.
Power Rangers. Did they play Power
Yeah,
Rangers?
they played Go Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is the '90s, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the Harry Potter, they had all new magical creatures out. We got to play with a Niffler, and we got to see a baby dragon.
The projection show was awesome.
The projection show was cool. It was a new projection show. Hufflepuff won when we saw it. We all dressed in our houses, us girls. We were dressed in our houses, so
And
we
Chewie.
did look. Yes,
And Chewie, he was a Gryffindor.
and Chewie was a Gryffindor as well. One of my personal favorites was I got to meet Glinda. She was just kind of standing out there at the very end of the night, and everybody was doing kind of shopping, and I was like, I'm just gonna stand in this line and meet Glinda. And she had her beautiful pink dress on, and she asked me if I was a good witch. And I told her, yes, I was from the brave and loyal house of Gryffindor. And she said that she was very happy to see me, and that she did her little goodbye with the little alphabet goodbye.
Yeah.
And she actually looked a lot like Ariana Grande. I'm not gonna lie, she was a very good Glinda,
Just
and she
taller.
spoke very good too. Yeah, maybe a little taller. Yeah, but she had her wand and her crown. Oh, and she wanted her crown to be more pink, of course, because she needs more pink. But I had a very good interaction with her, and she wasn't a very long wait at all. I think I waited maybe 2 minutes.
Well, granted, at this time it was like about
We were all ready
almost
to
1
go.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I think it was 1:15, 1 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there.
The timing of this event was you could get in early at 5:30, or there was a 2 p.m. ticket. So people going to this event was in there as early as 2 p.m. and then it went all the way to 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, because Courtney's like, "Oh, don't worry, we're not going to stay that long," and we almost closed it out. So
I mean, it was very fun, and we were all having a great
There's my
time.
Yoshi.
Yeah.
We had 8 people with us. I mean, the group, our
It's a
group
fun
that we
group.
go with, Sarah and Richard Woloski of Skywalking Through Neverland, Julian James of National Kiss a Wookiee Day on Instagram, Jen Diz from the Disney Holics. I mean, we all are such good friends, and we all have a blast together.
We wish we went on the same day as we're in the park. Too.
Yeah, we're out in the park. They were there. Actually, we did see them that day.
See you
But they went and saw Thunderbolts, which I'm sure was a good time too. But yeah, it was such a fun day, and I think that they had a lot of success with this FanFest night. I'm hoping it doesn't get too popular for next year because I want it to stay so chill because it was just so fun just not have to worry about hour-long waits and 75-minute waits and things like
because
that.
I mean they were offering Express as well for this event, but
Yeah.
honestly, we didn't need Express at all.
But they're
We didn't need it, no.
I mean, the way they filter people through, I mean, it goes by so quick, and the way they do it is, I mean,
Yeah, I actually wish it wasn't that quick, but I know if there was a long line, like Horror Nights line, they wouldn't have slowed that down. But because it was only like a 5-minute wait, I wish we would have taken a little bit of more time with like the storylines, especially in Dungeons and Dragons. But I also get like the fast-paced, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my God, I'm going here, I'm going there. What am I also get that feeling too.
Yeah.
Of going into something like that. But yeah, just a little bit more slow down would have been good. But yeah.
I did take a lot of videos, so that will be popping up on Elements of Fun. Yes, I said it correctly this time on our YouTube channel. So look for that soon. So we got a lot of video.
Oh, good to know. We haven't eaten there yet. So Vivo's good. Nice.
Vivo is a relatively new restaurant at Universal City Walk. I would say it's.
And I'm glad you guys love Thunderbolts. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. It's relatively new, as I think it's like one of the newest things that's gone in there before the renovations have happened. But yeah, I'm glad that it's good. I have heard that Vivo is good on Orlando coast too. So.
Well, before we leave FanFest, I'll just do a quick little question. If they come to ask you, because we know they're hitting the surveys, we heard that from Sarah.
Yeah.
If they came to you and you wanted to see a specific fandom, what would you like to see show up next year? We know Back to the Future is coming back. I mean, you can't not have
it.
It
Has to. Yeah.
Oh, and you guys met the Save the Clock Tower lady.
Oh, I know. She was so cute.
Very cute.
Petition. So my name is on the petition of Saving the Clock Tower.
So is mine.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom.
Let's see. A fandom that they didn't do this time. I would actually like to see them bring Shrek, because we're getting Shrek 5. And they have all the characters, but I actually would like that to see them do like a whole house or a whole stage
of
Shrek. Yeah, I would like to see them do something like that, and maybe like an escape room Shrek type thing.
They could do like a palace. The far, far away.
Yeah,
that would be a good one. What about you, Courtney?
I have a feeling they'll probably do a Fast and the Furious thing next time.
Only if they pass, like I said, only if they pass around Coronas while you're waiting in line.
Right.
Sarah got water in Star Trek just because she had a captain's uniform on.
I know.
She was the only one they offered water to.
Captain, here's your water.
But actually, I would have really liked I'm trying to think of something that's not gonna like freak me out.
Well, I also would have liked to see more done with Wicked. I love that we had Glinda and Elphaba there, but I think they could make Emerald City.
Maybe after the second part comes out, they'll.
Yeah, I think they could make Emerald City somewhere.
Because for those who haven't seen Wicked, but didn't get spoiled.
I'm pretty sure they'll probably do a How to Train Your Dragon thing.
Oh, that too.
I would love that. Since you took one of mine, I'll say, well, because I actually had two, so that's okay. That was one of them. But I think it'd be cool to have the Blues Brothers. They used to have that.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
They used to have that show back in there. So
I would love them to do a walkthrough of Men in Black.
That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I know they already kind of do that in the ride over in Orlando, but I want them to do
I feel like there's endless possibilities with the stages being available.
Yeah.
With different types of things that they could do with the stages. I know that these were
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters would be cool, but that they've done that for Horror Nights. But I understand that we want something not horror. But I think they sent out a survey like almost 2 years ago or a year and a half ago of what fandoms we would like to see on an After Dark event. I think they probably are sending out surveys for those again. But I think these were probably the most popular and the best ones to start with.
Oh, absolutely. Dragons was
oh,
surprised.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I like the movie, the newer movie, not the old one. And I played a little bit. It's a fun, but that was so cool what they did, and the merch was
Yeah.
also so.
I mean, honestly, I love an immersive experience. No matter what the subject is, if you're going to immerse me in it, like even Star Trek, I've never seen a Star Trek episode in my life. Don't know anything about it except what I've learned on Big Bang Theory, right? So, but it was fun to go into a space where, you know, you are among characters and among a storyline that you have to figure out how you're going to play into this experience, right? So I think that is something that you have to be interested in order to go to events like this. Because if you don't, it's kind of like that Star Cruiser thing that we would say, if you want to be involved and you love that type of stuff, these are the types of things that you want to go to. This was obviously more affordable and greatly put on. And Universal has the space, it has the cast to do it, it has everything at their fingertips, so it's easy for them to say, hey, we're going to do that. We're going to turn that back into the clock tower, and we're going to hire all these actors, and we're going to do all of this. And that's obviously readily available to them, right?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they are starting to utilize it, because for years, me and Courtney have been saying they need to do something with the tram. They need to do something live entertainment. They need to bring new IPs and to the park, because it's getting a little stale, and they're starting to. And I'm glad they are.
And that's what I was telling Courtney, is like, you got actors, not characters, and that's why it was so good.
Yes.
Right. And the thing is like, I remember, like, I think it was in 2017, it might have been 18 or something like that. They used to do summer nights where they would run the tram late at night. And then, like, on New York Street, like in the New York sets, there was Marilyn Monroe, and she was reenacting the 7-year itch, like skirt being flown up by the subway train. You know, she was reenacting that scene. She was out on the back lot. In the Court of Miracles, you had Frankenstein, where they actually shot all of the old Universal monster movies. So like I feel like they could have opened up Little Europe, and we could have gone on to those sets. They might do that in, you know,
in the future.
In the future. I mean, Universal Monsters is a very big thing right now, especially with Dark Universe. So who knows? And they have the actual sets from those movies. Same thing with 6 Points, Texas. You know, they shot all those Western movies back in the day, and they still have the sets, and so they could reenact some kind of Western thing, and we could all go on those sets. Now those are a smaller area than, you know, Courthouse Square, but you know, it's something else. Or, you know, keep Courthouse Square and then let us go into another area. You don't have to open up the entire backlot, especially since, you know, Wisteria Lane is being used right now for filming, you know, the houses and stuff. But you still have the Munster house there. Do something with the Munsters, you know? I mean, there's lots of opportunity that they could do.
Yeah. So leading into this, does that get you guys excited for what's coming this summer? As we found out, we're getting Mega Movie Summer at Universal Studios Hollywood, which is celebrating the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future, which at the little film thing on the clock tower, it ended with a 40th logo.
Yes,
and
it did.
And then we're also getting the 50th anniversary of Jaws. So
right, and they are bringing the what do they call it? The Megalosaurus.
The Mosasaurus. I think I read the
Flash.
Mosasaurus.
Yeah. I just hope that they kind of do what they did for the 60th of the tram. Maybe since they are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Jaws, let us go on the Amityville set. I mean, I know on the VIP tour they do let you go there, so it's not out of the question. I know that it is a smaller area again, but like I don't know how close I want to get to Bruce, but I would love to like take pictures in my Jaws little romper that I have, and
He's not real.
I know, but he's still scary. But
have they really announced what's going on with this at all, or?
I mean, they haven't announced like specific like activities yet, but they have said that they're celebrating the anniversaries of these movies. So in my mind, that means that like the memorabilia will be out in the display cases. They may have the shark to take pictures with, like they did at the 60th somewhere. I don't know if it'll be in the back lot or if it'll be somewhere else. So I'm assuming things like that.
Character interaction. So we might still have the Back to the Future people. We might get people from Jaws, Brody and all of them.
The website says soak up the fun with all new Universal Mega Summer with splash-filled attractions like Jurassic World, the ride now featuring brand new Mosasaurus splash. Which you should get wet on a water ride. I'm just saying. Meet your favorite characters.
Which we haven't been.
Yeah. Meet your favorite characters. Get off there. And snapshots, a new photo ops, celebrate iconic anniversaries like 50 years of Jaws and 40 years of Back to the Future, and indulge in a movie-inspired eats and treats available in park purchase. So the Back to the Future sounds almost like they're going to have some of the stuff, but not to the.
I think they're keeping some of it. I think they're keeping like the food, the Back to the Future food. I think Mel's Diner will still have the Back to the Future food.
Patty melt.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the patty melt than the pot pie. It tasted good. It just was not the best.
That chicken Caesar salad that I had was so good. But at that time I was craving something like cold and something to eat. So it just really hit at the right time.
So real quick, the Jaws, it says celebrate the 50th anniversary of Jaws, the film's anniversary, with all new surprises on the world famous studio tour, including the infamous Jaws Lake attraction with a special 4th of July celebration all summer long.
Interesting. Okay, we're gonna have to check that out.
So it looks like they're really going to take advantage of that stage. I mean, if they're going to do that celebration, so.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like they could easily put characters into those scenes. Like I said, they put Frankenstein in Little Europe. They put Marilyn on New York Street. They put
Norman.
They put Norman's
always there.
Yeah,
they have like Quint and Brody on the lake on the attraction. Would be sweet.
I want Quint and Brody. I want something in War of the Worlds. You know what I mean? Like, why is Norman the only one that gets to hang out on the back lot? We should have these characters living their lives on the back lot. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's a working back lot. Like they're always
not everything's always going to be open, but then that character's just not around that day.
Yeah, exactly. But if they're not utilizing it, like put Doc Brown on in the clock tower, like put
or what they did for the tour was cool last year, but change it up a little bit.
They did have Doc Brown and the DeLorean out there, but they could also do it like Whoville, like at Christmas time. The Grinch was back there. The Who's were singing and dancing back there. Like they could do that for certain times, Yeah. Like I get it. It's a working back lot. People are going to be using it. But when it's not in use, put characters back there. Make it more.
Well, and also remember that they have ideas or plans for the Fast and the Furious Supercharged area.
Yeah.
For something. We don't know what, but hopefully it'll be something that the tram goes through.
Yeah.
Still. But because, you need that.
Yeah, but I'm sure we'll get more details soon. I know we'll be there. We're in the park. We'll be there. So It'll be very cool. And I know we've been on for about an hour and a half now, so we're going to wind down. But literally while we were recording, something popped up, new information from Disneyland. So I decided I will share it right now. But we actually did get a sneak peek of what the Small World Castle projection is going to look like. So Disney Parks posted.
That's different.
Yeah. So Disney Parks posted, the world may be small, but your smiles will be big once you see the tapestry of happiness transform It's a small world into a mosaic of Disneyland attractions, moments, and memories. So this was literally posted like 15 minutes ago. And they have multiple pictures here. So we get the partner statue showing up here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this looks awesome. It's a small world giant clock.
I love that.
Yeah. And looks like Big Thunder Mountain. Yeah, I see the goat. I see the train.
Yeah.
So this is going to be cool.
Does Tapestry of Happiness happen right before Paint the Night or right before the fireworks?
I think
Or
it'll
both?
be happening. I think it's going to be happening every 15 minutes.
Like the Christmas one, right? Like every 15
like
minutes?
the
Okay.
Christmas one.
So we'll probably have a really good view of it maybe for the parade that we have for the...
Depends on where we're seeing it at.
Yeah, it depends on where we are at, I guess. We'll have to watch it. We'll have to make a point to watch it at some point.
Yeah. So that looks really cool.
Awesome.
But
Yeah.
Yes, they did correct the Esplanade Walt and Mickey figurine.
Yes, I heard about that too. People were not happy, so they corrected it.
what? Disney fans not happy? You don't say.
Yeah, what?
But we cannot wait. Thanks for hanging around so long, Kim. We love it. We
Yeah.
can't wait to see you on Saturday. Looking forward to doing all the 70th things while the rest of the team is doing all the Road Comic-Con things. And I mean, it's been a busy week. For those that have been listening to Knights of the Rogue Republic, you know, we will be talking about the finale of Andor. Not until after I get back and we're done here. And I'm sure some of our friends and family might be joining us on that. So look forward to that. So, but yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend, ladies. Can't wait to
I cannot wait.
Can't wait
I'm so
to
excited.
do it again. So
One more day.
Yeah.
And
One more
in the
day.
meantime, celebrate happy.
yeah, on Spotify.
Listen to the soundtrack. It's
And I'll
cool.
listen once we see it. So we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night. We'll see you in the parks.
Switch on the sky and the stars glow for you. Go see the world cause it's all so brand new. Don't close your eyes cause your future's ready to shine. It's just a matter of time before we learn how to fly. Welcome to the rhythm of the night. Something's in the air you can't deny. Put your hands up cause the night is young. Kick your heels up